Honestly, I was in a funk. I was feeling down. I wasn't doing anything that I was supposed to do. I am still learning how to do what I need to do regardless of how I may feel in the moment, while also, giving myself grace for how I feel. Still haven't integrated that all the way, but we're on the way. But yeah, I really wanted to make this video because this topic has just been surrounding my life, and it really was kind of brought to life by this game I was playing with some friends. Everybody gets a card, and then somebody is picked to be the liar while everybody else tells the truth. And the 2 rounds that we played, I was the liar both times. Everybody was shocked, like, "Oh my gosh, she was lying!" Like, it was just for the game, y'all. But my friend Devin, shout out to Devin or whatever, was teasing me as we were talking the other day. He was like, "Yeah, with your lying ass," and I was like, "Bruh," but it really, you know, made me think about my own journey to honesty, because I wasn't always this way. I had to learn. I had to do the work to, be able to communicate honestly in the way that I feel is working for me. And I'm no longer in a space of being comfortable in chaos. I have that skill set, but it's no longer about, me not being able to maintain peace or not being able to handle peace, because all I've known is the chaos that ensues, and all I know how to deal with is that. Let's take it back so y'all can see why I even started doing this, and then we'll get to what we do. So when I was younger, I remember my like the way that I communicated with people being just honest and raw. And even when I look at like my Facebook memories, because when we was a little younger, Facebook was hot. It like people was just coming off of MySpace really. And I was just looking at my statuses and the way I was like responding to people or talking to people on there, and I was just like, "Oh, girl, why, why are you doing that?" And as I look at it now as an adult, it wouldn't be the way that I would want to communicate with people, but it was honest, it was raw, it was blunt, and it is what it is. It was what it was. That was lost along the way due to a number of things like trauma, feeling like I had to conform to what other people wanted me to be, feeling like I couldn't tell the truth out of safety. And I think also as a kid, I learned or felt like, well, I told the truth and I still was punished, or I told the truth and it still had a negative outcome. So it didn't make sense in my young brain to continue doing it, because it never helped. It never felt like it helped. It never felt like it got me anywhere beneficial. So I didn't tell the truth. I was a lying fool, child, just lying. Lying for no reason, making up things with my creative mind, and it, yeah. But along, my time of doing that, when I got older, I was like, I don't want to be like this anymore. I made the commitment to stop and to be honest and to be myself. And it has changed my life drastically. I knew things were going to change, but I don't think I knew the magnitude of it, what I may have been being saved from, what opportunities opened up for me, what new people I was going to meet. All of these things came from me just deciding to change my life in that way. And I'm glad I did. Always will be grateful that I decided to make that step, because it's only ever benefited me, even if I didn't see the benefits right away. And again, this was not a one stop shop. This was not a one time fix all. Like, this really was a journey, because even when I stopped lying, I went to withholding the truth, or like telling half truths, like, which in general is still lying. So like I really had to go through different stages and phases to get to the honest communication that I was looking for. I know that I'm a person who has to go to sometimes extremes to get find that middle ground, or my little bit to the right or my little bit to the left. So even when I did feel like I was getting the groove of being honest and communicating in the way that I wanted, like it went from, all right, I'm gonna just be honest and blunt and I'm gonna just say it. I don't give a fuck about how people feel. And then it was like, maybe I should be softer, and maybe I should, just be a little more gentle with my approach. But then I found myself like not being understood all the time, or my point not really getting across, or my feelings not being conveyed in the correct way. And I think we have to, depending on the situation, have to continue finding like that middle ground, or a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left. All right, so from all of that, I created a truth theory. I came up with it in college. I was just finding myself in a lot of drama and a lot of avoidable situations that I could have probably just been like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to talk to you. I was just in the thick of it. And then, like, there were other factors and things going on around me that I couldn't control that were also happening at the same time. So I was just like, bro, like, why? Why is this all happening now? And so I came up with the truth theory to be able to ease my way into truth telling, and also learn how to sit with my own emotions and choose how I was going to move forward with that. So, step one of the truth theory is, can I say the truth to myself internally? And again, this is to help sit with whatever feelings come up, and also gauge, like, was it difficult for me to just say it to myself? And also, am I saying it in a way that it is the actual truth? Like, am I saying the actual truth, or am I saying how I wanted it to go, or how I wish things all would be? And I'm just allowing myself to fully experience the emotions, the memories, the whatever comes up with me saying the truth. Step two of the truth theory, can I say it out loud? Can I put it out into the open? Can I put it out into the universe? Are there other things that I need to address with me saying this? And again, you're still gauging, like, how does it feel? Are you starting to resort back to behaviors that kept you safe before? Even if you may feel uneasy, which some truths will not make you feel okay no matter what you do or no matter what you say about it. But are you still able to move forward in a way that works for you? And step three is, can I say the truth to someone else? And that's the one. That's the one, right? Because if you've been not saying your truth because of what you think others might think, or what you think their reactions might be, it can be difficult to really move forward with saying the truth, especially to someone else, and especially when you need to say it to someone else. But getting to the point where you're able to say the truth to other people, be honest with other people, allows for your authentic self to come through. If you could be honest about your actions, how you reacted to something, why you did something, and let it be what it is, like, you're moving in the right direction, right? Everything we do is not for the benefit of other people. Everything we do is not even for the benefit of us. We make choices on what we think is right at the time, right? And some things are not fully thought through. Some things we might think will go one way, go another way. Like, there's no way to really, foretell all the time what will happen when we do a certain thing or make a certain choice. But showing up as ourselves and our interactions, is the first step to creating the life that you want, right? If you are trying to live an honest life, if you're trying to live a life where the people around you are honest, it starts with you. And hopefully the truth theory can get you to a place where, especially if you haven't been doing it before, you can ease into this practice, and even being honest with yourself of saying, like, I be lying. I be lying sometimes, and what I do it because blah blah blah. That's a step in the right direction. I still use the truth theory today because I mean, like they say, like new levels, new devils, and I'm dealing with things that I haven't dealt with before or situations that I haven't encountered before. And sometimes things are still hard for me to say. It's always going to be a continuous journey as I learn more, as I do more, experience more, as we do all of those things. And I keep that in my back pocket as a tool to, not hopefully prevent me from spiraling out of control when there's things that I haven't faced yet. In this process, I learned that shaming myself is not the move. It's not the move in any situation, but on a journey to honesty, putting myself down or being my biggest hater like directly negatively affects me. We're not perfect. The journey is about progress. And so even if that like negative motivation has worked in the past, it's not sustainable, right? Like sometimes we want to prove to ourselves that we can do something. So we tell ourselves like, girl, that was stupid. I'm stupid. Like it was hard to even say that. But and then I feel like I have to prove to myself that I'm not stupid. So I'm gonna use that as my motivator. But I can't tear myself down while trying to build myself up. Yeah, you have to be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest motivator. You are the only one who knows what makes you move, what makes you jump, and learning how to talk to yourself to get to a goal, to do something, to be motivated, whatever, is the best way to continue on your journey. But it's not being your biggest hater. Secondly, I learned like it's okay to tell the truth about yourself. It's okay if you know who you are and know how you operate and know how you're going to show up. And it's not up to anyone else to judge that. They are anyway. But you are the one who has to be okay with it. You are the one who has to move forward knowing whatever it is. Like for me, I don't like washing dishes. Never did. People people I've lived with know this about me. I know this about me. Is it something that I want to change? I mean, maybe, maybe, but is it something I actively try to change? I do. I try. I be trying. I really do. But I know that if I have a choice, I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And I know that about myself, and I have to, deal with the consequences of that, whether that's being judged by somebody else, whether that's having a pile of dirty dishes, whatever it is, like it's okay that I know this, it's okay that it's a thing, and I have the choice to change it or let it stay the same. And lastly, we gotta come with an actionable step. So the only actionable step I really have is to try out the truth theory. Start with something small that you have been trying to tell the truth about, whether to yourself or someone else, and see and document how you feel through each step. And this, of course, will only give you more information about how and why you do things. You can go as deep as you want and be as thorough as you want. Will only continue to build up that skill of being honest. I think I've just been trying to refine, like, how do I want to say something? I want to remain integral. I want to remain honest. I want to have tact. And I want to be able to say, like, yeah, that it is what it is. I was honest. I did all I could for the situation. And I feel better on the inside knowing that I showed up as who I am, and I didn't have to create a story. I didn't have to tell a lie. I didn't have to withhold the truth. I know that I came as me. I just want to be in the places where I'm loved and where I love those around me. And we all we do is strive to have the life that we want and be the people we want to be. So I hope this helps. I hope it can encourage you, even even if it's not with this, but you know, if you want to change something, you definitely can. You could just say it, and the next moment, your life is different because you've decided to make a change. You've decided to be better, whatever the case is. You can do it. You got it. You always do. You always have. Hmm. So, again, of course, until next time, friends.